What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really love Monique. Monique is, number one, she's controversial and she stands on her square. Now, is she a little bit biased? Sometimes maybe we can say delusional from what I know about her. Sure. But I do believe that she's telling the truth about certain things, especially when it comes to some of the black directors in the Hollywood circle. Now, one of the things that I want to talk about with regards, because it's Black History Month, the black elites have been criticized for not doing enough for our people or holding our people back. And a lot of times when some of the most prominent players and the oligarchs like Oprah Winfrey, Lee Daniels, Tyler Perry, as many careers that they have made, it's also alleged they also have the power to break, right? And sometimes they can ask, and I don't know if this is true or not, people to do things beyond their job duty. Now, Tyler Perry, I don't know much about him, but I do know that Lee Daniels' credibility can be a little bit questioned because we knew that he owed Dame Dash money and didn't want to pay him. And I believe Lee Daniels just recently signed like a $65 million deal for something. So his credibility is definitely shot. But Monique was on this Fox Soul show called Turn Out with T.S. Madison. And T.S. Madison said that she had a phone recording of Tyler Perry saying like what he did to her was wrong. Now, basically, what was that she did? Basically, Tyler Perry put some sort of a hold on certain progresses for Monique. All right. Now, her husband was managing her, and for some people that was problematic. From what I understand, that Monique is very difficult to work with, not only coming from these sources. And Monique was going out and saying that, you know, him and Oprah ruined her career and things like that. And she's adamant in her position. The reality is this, though. You were blackballed from Hollywood, possibly because of what you said, because they may have been asking you to do things, above your pay grade, which I could definitely believe that. She was supposed to get some more money from her role in Precious, which she did not get. And 5% of the movie, she didn't get that. She also wanted to boycott Netflix in a deal she thought that was not fair. But I want to kind of go back to this position. What does Monique, for at all, take any accountability for what she and her husband did in ruining her own career? I want to know. Because what I'm thinking here is that there is somewhat of a blend between what happened and the truth. Because Monique, these aren't the only people that have had problems with her. And to be fair, Monique cannot be blackballed, at least I would think, because Tyler Perry, he does do a lot of the black Hollywood stuff. So does Lee Daniels. And definitely other people like Oprah and stuff like that. I wouldn't doubt that. But Hollywood is big. Why were you blocked from everybody? Did the world get around that you are difficult to deal with? You are problematic. All right. And if Hollywood was a problem, then my suggestion is this. Why haven't you started to become a producer, producing your own independent works, your own independent films? I mean, with social media and things like that, I don't know if you're doing that or not, but just to be crying about it all the time, I kind of really want to know like where this is at. And a lot of times what happens is that people don't want to play the game. And I'm sorry, Hollywood is a game that you got to play. When you're dealing with people with power, you're dealing with oligarchs. If you sign up for it, unless you have power, you got to play. Same thing I'm going to say with Brian Flores. Brian Flores, you want to coach in the NFL. You will never have another head coach again. Want to know why? Don't want to play the game. That's the industry that you're in. Even on YouTube. I want to be on YouTube certain things I want to do, I want to move a certain way. If I want to be here, I got to play the game. Same thing with blacks in politics. There are certain things you have to do to get to where you want to be. And sometimes you can be right in your militance. And let me just be honest, I don't think she's lying about many of these things. I can believe it, especially with Lee Daniels. He has no credibility. But guess what? You can be right and still get blackballed. Malcolm X was right about the Nation of Islam. It got him killed. And we still arguing to this day if he should have talked about that. So you can be right about stuff. But if you make the wrong people mad, you can't come back from it. In Hollywood, you know, you're dealing with people who are very, very powerful, have a lot of money. And if you want to act in those things and stuff like that, what are you supposed to do? I mean, if you come out and you stand on your truth, you haven't had a major movie in a long time. The Netflix situation happened. You wanted the same thing as another comedian did. It was crazy. You know, so I really just don't know. But what I will tell you is this. In our community, a lot of times, we can be our worst enemy. Just gonna be real. I know some people said, man, some of the worst people that you can basically be stopped by is a black cop. Right? It's like you hate to get stopped by a black police officer because they'll be the worst. Sometimes when you're working with people from our community, hey, it might be real tough. They might want you to do the hookup thing. They might not appreciate your talent. They may ask you to do the things that you're not supposed to do. But the reality is this: if you deal with Hollywood, knowing what kind of machine it is, change careers, create independent films, and then you've already been blackballed. Let's make it worse. I mean, to release this situation out here like this, you're gonna get a lot of praise from the people that believe that you're right. How are you gonna monetize that? How does that help you? But what I know. But again, I love Monique. Hope to see her back very soon. It's been many years since she's really been in Hollywood. But yeah. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jungle. I appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe at the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at all-time high. I'm out.